beautiful biscuits. Happy 2022. It is a new year. How crazy is that? I feel like 2021 went by so fast that I keep thinking this New Year's is 2021. I keep thinking last year was 2020. I don't think I've ever had a year go by so incredibly fast. And I was trying to sit with myself, you know, last week, like, oh, did it go by fast because I was busy? Did it go by fast because it was bad or good? And I was really trying to quantify and measure my year, which is something I always like to do. I'm not a big, like a single New Year's goal kind of setter person, but I like to assess my year. I kind of do that on my birthday, and then I do that at New Year's time. And I kind of, as I sat with that and I thought about it a little bit, I realized how hard that can be, because, you know, New Year, but same problems, right? If we don't kind of look at where we want to go and where we've been, it's really hard to then go in a direction we like. So I think it can be a little bit dangerous to measure your year as bad or good, right? That's kind of difficult because it's so easy to see all the negative things and not appreciate and celebrate all the good, amazing things that happen. As I thought about, you know, how do I want to go into this new year? What do I want to be doing? And for me, 2022 is really a year to focus on a lot of work projects. I had a lot of projects that have been on pause or stopped for the last 2 years because of everything that's been going on. So I kind of have this big backlog of all these projects that I had thought I was going to be doing that I haven't. And I've been trying to measure out, how do I want to put values on what I did last year? And I realized where I want to come from personally, and I hope this is helpful for you, is I really want to come from a point of celebration. I sat down and had a whole list, you know, it was a basic list, but a whole list like things I want to do for work, things I want to do for personal life. And I looked at it and I put little check marks next to all the things I did so that I could celebrate what I had accomplished, instead of looking at all the things I hadn't or that I had hoped to, or just kind of focusing on the negative. And this time of the year, it's really probably easier to focus on what you haven't gotten done and putting yourself down. But all that does is set you up for the same problems in a new year. So one way that I am celebrating more this year is that I'm giving myself some time to take care of myself in a celebratory way. So that can be physical self-care. You know, on my Patreon, I talk a lot about physical self-care. Giving yourself a foot mask, giving yourself a body soak, taking a wonderful milk bath, you know, exfoliating, having a good time, just relaxing. We do a lot of meditation on there. On the fitness course, on OnlyFans, I talk a lot about wellness and fitness being, you know, a part of your body, right? And a part of a way to celebrate yourself. Because when we're tending to ourselves, it's so much easier to be happier and to share that happiness. So that's the first way in the new year that I'm going into it. I'm going to be like, no, I'm not going to have the same old problems year after year. I'm going to really work on myself so that I'm coming at this year from a really wonderful, loving, fabulous, lush spot. So self-care is the first thing. Number 2, I wrote out a fabulous list of both practical things I want to get done, and then I'm doing a separate list, full color, of fun things I want to do. And I love this. This has made me so happy. This has just sparked so much joy for me. Oopsie doodle. This has sparked so much joy for me. I love telling myself, you have permission, self, to go have fun. In fact, it's required. Don't you want to check that fun thing off the box? Don't you want to experience it and live in it and be in the moment and be mindful? Yes. So I'm making a whole list, and I haven't finished it yet because I'm really putting some thought into what are fun, beautiful things I want to be doing. You know, places I want to go, foods I want to eat, people I want to be around. What is nourishing my spirit? So that's my big list that I'm doing this year. And there's no punishment. There's no, oh, you failed if I don't get lots of stuff done on the list. It's something to make me more mindful of how I'm entering the new year. Because, I mean, there are days when I'm so busy, you know, did I brush my teeth? Have I eaten? Oh my God. So I'm trying to be really mindful going into the new year. And I think that's so valuable as mamas because it's pretty easy to just totally forget about ourselves, forget about our needs, get frustrated, grumpy at everybody, and then get overwhelmed because we have too much on our to-do list because we couldn't get anything done. So it's really easy to like spiral, especially this time of year. January is kind of, you know, the blue month. Everybody gets the blues. So I'm trying to put a little bit more thought and a little bit more effort into, dare I say this without sounding super self-involved, into myself, right? This is a year where I'm really leaning into, you know, nourishing my inner child, into nurturing and tending to my emotional and physical well-being, to really focus on my self-care so that I can bloom, right? And I talked about this so much last year on Patreon, of really looking at your life as a garden to tend, and that you won't get beautiful floral blooms or delicious, lush vegetables from your garden unless you do the maintenance and the tending and the caretaking of it. And so that's really something that I'm starting the year off with, is I'm just going to focus in on that. I'm going to banish guilt. I'm going to welcome in care and tending and nurturing for myself so that I can share that with my whole family. And I think that's such a valuable thing to add in this year, because it is so easy to just let that all slip by. And then it's going to be, what, April? And you're going to think, boy, this year's going the same way. I feel just as stressed. What can I do? So let's start off the new year wonderfully. Biscuits, I'm going to go see you over on Patreon. I'm going to see you over on Instagram while I'm making funny reels. In fact, I'm shooting a funny reel right now. Well, I mean, you know, when I get done talking to you. It's pretty funny. I like it. I'll see you around. I love you all, Biscuits.